Hi guys, today I am building a gate for a pig fence that we have under the walnut trees here on a slope. We have very high government regulations on how a pig fence has to be, and that's what I'm going to explain to you guys today, and I'm going to show you how the fence will look when it's done and why I'm building this weird shape. So this is the fence opening now, and the slope is going to be like this. So that's how it's going to be. So what the law requires here is a fence for your pigs that keeps out wild boar, because there's a disease here and the agencies are just freaking out. Even though just by touching, even nose to nose, it's very, very difficult for that disease to even transmit. For real transmitting of the disease, there would have to be a dead infected wild boar, and the pig would have to eat it. But nevertheless, the rules are there, and they require a fence that's 150 high, that's about 5 feet high, and it needs to have small enough openings down here so that even the piglets from the wild boar can't go through there. Then on the outside of the fence, 20 centimeters high, 20 centimeters away from, that's about 8 inches from the ground and from the fence, needs to be an electric wire that shocks the wild boar so they will not try to dig through. And then on the other side, on the inside, there needs to be an electric fence 1 meter away from here to keep the pigs at distance. So that's what we have to do here for the pigs out on pasture. And even at the openings where the gates are, that's where it has to be this way. So we will show you how we are doing that. And roughly how it will be. Okay, gonna get the right stuff now, right tools, and screw it in there. So it's pretty good. It touches the hose here, which we will move, but it needs to be very close to the ground, otherwise it's pointless, because it needs to be blocking off the animals the same way the fence next to it does. So I'm quite happy with it. We'll probably dig in the hose here where we drive anyway, and then it's going to be perfect. So because it's at an angle here, the hinges have to be level, but this is how we built this here. Now you can see how we've braced the fence posts here we have put in 2 diagonals, and then also this wire, especially there when the gate hangs on it, it keeps it from bending over, and then when we pull the fence to put tension on it this way, this wood really takes that load. So like I explained earlier, 1 meter away here, a yard about, we have to put an electric fence so that the government says, you know, we don't want wild boar and pig to touch, which I think is silly, but anyway. And then on the outside, 20 centimeters away, 20 centimeters above ground, a really hot electric wire, so that no animal would stand there and dig under. We have to build this fence if we want to keep pigs outside. It's a lot of effort to go through. It's really difficult to be an organic pig farmer here in Austria and many other countries in Europe. It's very challenging to do something with low infrastructure input for those pigs. So what we are doing, since we want the pigs, in this area, this fence will serve as several other things as well. You see the geese behind me are right now being managed with electric poultry netting, which is quite time consuming to set up. You can keep geese with just 1 or 2 electric fence wires. Works very well, but then you have the predator issue. A fox would just jump over that, for example. So if we keep the geese as well rotating within this fence, we can use this because no fox will come in here. We can use it to keep them inside here with the electric wire, which will make the geese handling much easier. Then the third way we will use this enclosure will be that if we ever have an emergency, let's say the sheep all busted out, or the family wants to go on vacation and really wants to make sure that while they're gone and somebody else is managing the animals for them, you have this enclosure where you know if the sheep are in here, they're in here. They will not get out. This is a physical barrier. They will not bust through this fence like they could in an electric fence. So there are a lot of benefits of having something like this on the farm anyway. And because it's quite expensive to install, just for the pigs, it would be hard to justify it. But since we're using it for several other purposes, it'll work okay.